We should be here now, folks. We should be live and we should be recording. And I'm not quite sure what is going on, but I'm going to do my best to get this thing going here tonight. And we'll see what's happening here. Because we have some technical difficulties, to say the very least. Some major technical difficulties. Now, Shaq ought to be coming in just a second. we're gonna repost this show out to everyone, and hopefully I will have solved my technical issues, which is not an easy feat, obviously. And we'll get in. So I'm just waiting for Shaq to come in, folks. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you being here. I have no idea why it's taken so long to get everyone in. Let me get Shaq. Good to see you. Shaq, I sent you the link on email. Oh, my Lord. I don't know if anyone's going to join the show tonight because we don't have an appropriate link. So let me see if I can get out here and do a link. Let's get this show going. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we're here, folks. And we got our butts embarrassed, to say the very least. What can you do? You know, what can you do? All right, he's here. There he is.
Yeah, yeah, finally.
Oh my Lord! Well, I think I just got the biggest lesson I could ever have in how to get a show started. So let's get this thing started, right, Shaq?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Unbelievable technical issues. Are you ready?
I am ready.
That's a little introduction from my band, Breaking Form. There, you can go to breakingform.com, download that tune. Shaq, welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome. Another week. Another embarrassing week that we lost a game that we needed to win.
All right. How do we get everyone else here into the show? What do we got to do?
Got to share the link.
Got to share the link with everyone, huh?
Yep, got to share the link.
Let me go to my sent file and go into the.
No, it's the YouTube. You gotta share the YouTube link. The one you just created.
Just post it right here.
Yep. Hold on.
So the YouTube link.
Hold on. Let me see real quick. Let me copy the link. And then I'm gonna go to the other one. Here it is. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Let's see if we can get everyone involved here tonight.
Yep. Here's the new link.
So while Shaq is doing that, folks, what I wanted to tell you is that my apologies for being an idiot. Coach Mad Mike is not on the show tonight because Coach Mad Mike is traveling right now. So he sent a link. And what we just learned is if he sends a link, I can't log in and drive the show. I can't record nothing. I got to create my own file to do that. So it took us about, 19 minutes to figure that out?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, it's a lesson I'm not going to forget because I'm going to write it down, Shaq. I promise you.
Yep.
I promise you I'm going to do that, Shaq.
Now we know and no one's half the battle.
Oh, Lord, what a mess. Oh, what a mess. We don't even have our background up because I didn't even put a picture up.
No, that's all good.
I got to create all that. So Coach Mag Mike did not coach the fan like he was supposed to.
So man, let's get into this game.
Oh man, this game.
Now I will say this right now. This team is right now. This team is showing us who they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're showing us who they really are. All right. So now we played terrible on all three levels of the ball. Offense was terrible. Defense was terrible. The special team had hints of here and there potential until the return, right?
Yep.
We came all the way back, drove down the field, got back in the game, and they let them return it. Now, this team is starting to show us who we are. This is 3 losses in a row. This team is starting to show us who they really are. Who they really are. Like now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of the season. Now, Cliff Kingsbury, as an offensive coordinator and a head coach, is 9-25. 9-25 in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So we're really starting to get to see who this team is. Dan Quinn did a better job at play calling. He did. Dan Quinn did a better job at play calling. Absolutely. Way better job at with the not going for it on dump off downs and stuff of that nature, right? Can't blame the defense being tired in this one because the offense was on the field. It wasn't just 3 and out.
Do you know a fact? The Cowboys owned the clock. We had less time on the field than the Cowboys did.
So with them having a far we have a way like okay, so our run game is way more superior than theirs. With 2 washed up running backs and a young Rico Dowdle, there's no excuse for them to be on the field. CeeDee Lamb was in check. The running game was nearly nothing. We was getting beat by the others. If that makes sense, we was getting beat by the others. Tight ends, turf end. Like we was getting beat by the others, and that's something that we cannot have. Now, what I'm starting to notice the trend with this team is that they're playing down to the levels. They're playing down to the levels of the competition, right? Now, in the Ravens game, okay, we well-fought game. Steelers game, well-fought game. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this. But there is no reason a Dallas Cowboys team with Cooper Rush as a starting quarterback should be scoring 30. They should be scoring 30 points on us. This is a team that's just in the middle of a rebuild. Next year they're going to start a rebuild on this franchise, and they have to, and we lost to them in the game that we need. Like if I'm not mistaken, right now, well, I don't even think we're in the playoffs right now.
Yes, we are. We're 7 seed right now. We're 7 seed.
Terrible. We went from.
I know.
Terrible.
I know. So let's say let's call out the dog in the room. Everyone knew that this was a game that we were supposed to win.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right? This wasn't a gimme, but it was a definite, this is a game we need a notch on the bat, right?
Yep.
And it was a must win from a playoff perspective because everyone else is moving up, right?
Seeding purposes.
Exactly. So it was a must win from that particular perspective. So I get that. I totally get that. And we failed. Yeah. So this game also set all kinds of NFL records for stupidity. It was a major stupidity activity.
Yep.
On both sides of the ball, actually. On both sides. Right?
There were far too many penalties, far too many turnovers. I was like, what is going on out here?
Block punts, missed field, 2 block punts, 2 missed field goals. Hadn't happened in 30, 40 years. There was a new record.
Austin Seibert missed the extra point. Like, what is going on? He missed the extra point, and then once he missed the extra point, they returned the ball. Like, what is going on?
Yep. All right, so let's get into offense. Here. So there's a couple notes. Let me get my glasses out because I'm an older boy here. Let me get my glasses out. And I'm glad to see people joined in. Thank you, people, for joining in. I apologize for having technical problems. It was my fault. I'm just a fan. I'm not a YouTube creator by any stretch. I'm just a fan. So let's talk about the first fact. We had 5 guys touch the ball running. And my little notes here say, guess what? 5 guys versus, well, let's say 4 guys versus our quarterback. They got 74 yards, and our quarterback 71 yards, and our quarterback got 74. And what kind of offense is your quarterback beat 5, 4, 5, whatever other guys running the ball?
I have no idea. I can tell you right now. There is definitely a difference in this team with Brian Robinson is not playing. Austin Eckler is not in between the tackles, running back like he used to be. Not anymore. This team is just the ground game wasn't there. Everything was all over the passing game. Zach Ertz and Terry McLaurin started getting it going later on in the game. But this offense is in shambles right now. And kudos to Terry McLaurin, because Terry McLaurin fought all the way to the end. I've never seen, when he broke for that 86-yard pass, I've never seen Terry McLaurin run that fast ever. Like, he was running past people. I've never seen that out of Terry McLaurin. He showed a burst of speed. Like, we need this win.
But Shaq, would you say about this game in hindsight that this was a game that Dallas was looking to hand to us, and we opened the door to let them do it?
I can tell you right now.
Not that the Cowboys played bad in the second half. They actually put in a pedestrian performance. They really did. And had a couple special teams helps, which put the points on the board. But that first half, 3-0.
We did not capitalize. We went to the red zone far too many times and didn't capitalize.
You know how many times that offense had the ball starting at our 40-yard line or in their side of the field?
A ton of times. Yeah.
And what did we produce out of those starts? 0.
0
the
points.
Cowboys literally said, we give up. Well, you're gonna win. It's okay.
Yeah.
And we said, nah, come on, man.
Come on, let's
football now.
Come on,
guys.
Let's make it a game.
We'll give you a chance. That's what they were saying.
And it is so disappointing, right? I'm gonna tell you why this is so disappointing to me, right? Because now we are looking like a beatable team. So there's nothing guaranteed moving forward. Nothing guaranteed. We're talking about how we had to have this game. Now we play the Titans this week coming up. The Titans can beat us because they've been giving people runs for their money.
The Titans just won a game they weren't supposed to win, too.
Exactly. So we're looking like a very, very beatable team.
We're looking vulnerable.
Yes. And Jaden, again, regression from Jaden Daniels. It's been a steady decline. Ever since he's been out here hanging in the city with all these local rappers and going to these nightclubs, there's been a steady regression. John Wall went through it. Bradley Beal went through it. You know what I'm saying? All these other quarterbacks and receivers came here. As soon as they started having fun in the city, there's been a steady decline in their performances. And we're starting to see that right now with Jaden Daniels. And we can, again, the receiver core is terrible. There's too many drop passes. There were a bunch of drop passes. Noah Brown dropped a clutch first down. He dropped a bunch of clutch passes. Olamides
now
dropped the passes. It's like far too many drops, man.
Riddle me this, Shaq.
John Bates too with the
Noah
stupid fumble.
Brown was the most targeted receiver.
He was. So you know why he was the most targeted receiver? Because everybody is hip to the Washington receiver core. We don't have good receivers besides Terry McLaurin, so they're going to double. They're going to triple team. They're going to have a safety spine.
But he also had to, except for that one catch, he had the most.
Yeah, but they're going to spy him. They're going to chip him with linebackers, or that nickel safety is going to chip him. There's going to be somebody sitting on top. They're not going to let Terry McLaurin beat them. The whole league knows this now, that our receiver core is the worst in the NFCs. They know this. So here's
another fact I got off my little note card here, Shaq, that I want to talk to you about.
Yep.
First, Noah Brown. Second, Zach Ertz. You know who only had one target? Here, I need a reading glass. You know who only had one target the entire game? 3 receivers only had one target. Luke Skywalker, Zacchaeus, and Bates. And Bates had a great game last game. So they did not spread the ball around like I expected him to.
Didn't John Bates fumble? Yes.
I don't remember. He may have, but he only got targeted one time.
John Bates fumbled.
I'm just saying, from an offensive perspective, I did not think the team did bad. I think the play calling was off. And let me throw a stat at you. I was looking at stats and listening to the radio today and doing, Kingsbury is better than 50% in the first half of the year and then rolls down to 27% in the second half. And it looks like this is his history.
Yes.
And it looks like it's coming true now.
He's 9-25. The second half of NFL season as a head coach and an offensive coordinator, he is 9-25. And we are seeing that right now. We're seeing the regression in his play calling. We're seeing the they're not even putting Jaden Daniels in positions to win. They're not even putting him in positions to win.
I don't listen. Jaden Daniels, in my opinion, in this game looked like he was back. He was snappy.
He was running
the ball deep with power and accuracy. It looked like, and he ran comfortably.
He ran comfortably. So there was no, but he missed a whole lot. He missed it like some he had a bunch of overthrows, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. He was missing short crossing routes, stuff like that. So he is back, but I think the bye week is going to help this team tremendously. Especially this team is not the same team when Brian Robinson is not on the field. So they need a healthy Brian Robinson. If we're going to go to the playoffs and we're going to make a push,
on the field.
He got hurt though.
He came back the next series.
He did.
Caught balls and put up yards, but no one made more yards than Jaden Daniels.
Hey, and then once he left the game, he didn't come back.
Yeah, he did. He came back in the second series. He played the rest of the game.
Brian Robinson didn't come back. He didn't play in the second half. Brian Robinson
he did not play in the second half. You're right.
He didn't play in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. But he came back in the first half.
He did. And then I guess he couldn't go anymore. But I will say this. This offense looks totally different without Brian Robinson. And he's starting to become your stereotypical injury-prone Alabama running back.
Yeah.
You get 2-3 good seasons out of him in the NFL, and then that's where the decline starts. Only one we really didn't see that from again, Sean Alexander, Mark Ingram, you know what I'm saying? That the here and there guys, TJ Yeldon, injury prone, Trent Richardson, injury prone, and career over with, stuff like that. So we're starting to see that with B Rob now. As much as I hate it, as much as I hate to say it, but in next year in the draft, besides receivers, secondary and receiver secondary and O-line, we really need to start targeting the backfield as well. Yeah. We really need to, because we don't have any healthy.
Not unlike the Lions, who got 2 tricks in the back. They actually got 3 tricks in their backyard, right?
Yep.
They're winning games, right? You relay it all. Now I know Coach Mike is going to spit at me when he sees this. He's like, no, we gonna run Robinson 30 times a game because that's how good he is. Well, yeah, until he gets injured and you ain't got no one behind him. Right?
Yes. Yep.
I like a duo punch. I like a power and a scat back.
And that's what we got right there. But once B-Rob leaves the equation, we don't have McNichols is not going to carry the load. Chris Rodriguez didn't.
He had a couple good runs. Eckler? No, McNichols. Eckler did too.
Yeah, Eckler did, but McNichols not as much.
But they didn't hit him much. Our rush yards were 71 for the entire team, except for Daniels. 71 yards on the entire. That means we weren't trying to run the ball enough. Yeah. On a defense that's at the bottom of the pile for run defense.
That's right.
How do you game plan? Now, I know the Dallas fans out there, and there's many of them, are going to say, well, yeah, they pushed up the middle to kill the run. That was their game. Well, then we should have been throwing the cross or button hooks or something.
Well, what's his name? All-American Street Rods David. He said, without a wide receiver squad that knows what to do to bail out their quarterback, we're going to see this. He also said it looked like they planned plays were changing too many times into a quarterback decision, which was excellent points. Very, very excellent points. We seen Jaden Daniels audibly. Now, we forget, even though he's having a great season, we forget that he's still a rookie. There's with him being a rookie, we cannot give him the keys to the car yet. You know what I'm saying? He's still getting his experience, but there is no way we should have been punching Dallas in the mouth. They've been beat up and injury prone the whole year on defense, and the defensive line made our offensive line look like crap. Michael Parsons had a field day.
Shaq, Dallas came into that game with injuries all over the place. Their number one guard out, their number two guard out. We should have been running and punching them in the face the entire game. And to be honest with you, by the second half, Michael Parsons should have been gassed because they put Michael Parsons everywhere, and he was everywhere. We should have kept punching the ball, and we didn't. And when we couldn't punch the ball, we should have had nice crossing routes. I'd have liked Zach did get a lot of touches. He got the touchdown, but I'd have liked, where is McCaffrey? Why aren't you using your speeder across? I don't understand what's going on with the play calling in this offense.
Well, so again, Kingsbury, because remember we had a conversation that Kingsbury was going to probably be looking for a coaching job next year. It's not going to happen. For Kingsbury, it's not
after a performance like that.
He's going to do one more year.
We were 10-point favorites.
Yep. He's going to be.
And I didn't see any offense till the second half when they finally opened it up and Daniels was whisking that ball downfield.
Yep.
Then I saw an offense open up. Where was it in the first half?
Well, I can tell you this right now. Kingsbury is not going to be nobody head coach next year. He like next year he's going to come back as our OC. Right now, there's going to be some other guys on this team that we're going to lose. Like I said before, we're going to lose like Steve Wilkes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to lose some of these other guys. Some of these other guys that's on the staff that took the demotion just to be a part of Dan Quinn's staff. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see a lot of these guys leave, and that's going to hurt a lot, right? But Kingsbury, head coaching job, no. Unless we win out this year, Kingsbury going to hang it up. He barely going to have a OC job here.
Yeah.
Right? I hate to say it.
And winning out going to be, I'll be honest with you, winning out is going to be hard. Titans look really tough. I actually put up a poll on YouTube website, football site on YouTube, folks. For all of you that don't know it, go answer the poll. Who's going to win the game? I just did a simple poll. Who's going to win? After this performance offensively, I'm thinking, dear Lord, we're going to have a struggle on the Titans, even though they're coming home. Listen, how many advantages do we have in this game? Dallas is down. How many games did they lose in a row?
Yeah, 5.
5. On our home turf. They're injured. They got nothing to play for.
No starting quarterback.
How many? I mean, if you're looking at a scale, this should have been 10 points. This should have been a 3-touchdown win game for the Commanders.
Yep. And then I'm gonna tell you right now, if
you know what? Good job to I'm gonna say it. Good job to the Cowboys for game planning and coming in to say, "Damn you all, we're gonna win this game."
They came, and then what's embarrassing is they came to Washington and did it. They came to Washington and did it. That's embarrassing.
They played a hell of a game. They did what they needed to do, and what can you say? Defensively, they held us. You know what we did do right? Let's talk about some defense now.
Yep.
Did CeeDee Lamb make a difference in this game?
Nope.
Shut him down.
Yep.
This defense showed up to play again. Kept us in the game when there was no offense.
It's two guys right there. It's 3 guys on this defense, right? Because even Johnny Newton, my guy, even my guy is starting to show up, right? Even Johnny Newton is in there handling business with them, maybe. But they have 3 guys on this defense that I want to pat on the back: Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, and Mike Sanistrell. Mike Sanistrell is going to be a problem in this league. Sanistrell is going to be a problem in this league. Like, just watching him locking down number 1 receivers week after week after week, Sanistrell is going to be a problem. Now, once we get a healthy Lattimore in, Sanistrell and Lattimore on the field, now we can talk. Now we can talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we can talk.
Yeah. I think they called a great defensive game. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, this is Dan Quinn and his team, right? There were so many rivalries. Noah Brown, our center, our guard, all from Dallas, right? Quinn
Yep.
knows these guys, right? Dan Quinn knows these guys. Dan Quinn knows the game plan.
So
you're going to invite those guys to our house, and you can't counter game plan? What's going on?
So this one of the things right here, though, right? So he was Mike McCarthy's defensive coordinator last year. So you see, Mike McCarthy took the play calling. Mike McCarthy was calling on plays this week. So he was like, well, we already know what Dan Quinn's and Joe Witt's weaknesses are. Blah, blah, blah. And they targeted, they was boom, boom. Look right here. Look right here. Look right here.
Counter, right? Counter.
They was countering it. So it was like every adjustment Dan Quinn them tried to make Mike McCarthy. And you got to think about this. Even when Mike McCarthy was Green Bay head coach, Dan Quinn has never had a successful defense against Mike McCarthy's play calling. Ever. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave over at Street Rods is saying that the Cowboys had more points and touchdowns in the second half of the game than the last 5 games. Yeah, we kind of felt. I mean, I'm gonna play you guys something here in a little bit. You're gonna I know everyone's already seen it because it's a play of the week. Obviously, it's the move of the week, but nonetheless, we got to review it. But we let the Cowboys stay in the game.
Yeah.
Defensively, we tried again, just like going back to last week. The defense kept us in the game, until Dan Quinn made the move of the century and said, "No, I'm not going to take the points." And at that point, the defense said, "You know what? We're done.
We're done. Hands off." Now,
and that looked like what happened here too. It looked to me like,
well, no. I mean, I'm not going to blame the defense or anything. We do be giving up a bunch of yards. Okay, cool, got it, right? But if you're on the field, it's a 60-minute game. You're on the field 39 minutes out of the 60 minutes, you're going to get tired.
Yeah.
They're going to start. That's when Rico Dotto started looking like he was Emmitt Smith.
Oh, yeah.
He started looking like Emmitt Smith. I was like, why is they got this bum 4th-string running back running all over them like that? You know what I'm saying? So the issue with this team
on him though, Dotto does. I was impressed.
The issue with this team is not the defense, it's the offensive production. We need to get back to that beginning of the season focus. After we start locking in week 2, week 3. Yeah.
Stretch the field.
Yeah.
And I know in the first half there was 2 balls. There was a long one to Terry threw out of bounds, kept it safe. That's fine. There was another. That's the only 2 stretch the field more than 20-yard pass attempts in an entire half of football.
And then again, this is not having any confidence in the receiving corps. All the drops. And this team has to be in the top. This team has to be in the top 5 for drop passes. Has to be.
Yeah, I have to look at
Has to be. And this team has to be in the top 5 for drop passes.
But on defense, Louvu had another outstanding game. Wagner was all over it. Sanders still did good. Chin did good. Chin and Martin let a ball go right before half and let that field goal get in there and double coverage. And the guy caught the ball. I was pretty angry at that one. I thought that coverage was loose. But
yeah, yep.
Other than that, we got to talk about the highlight of this whole game.
Man, just go ahead and get it over. Go ahead and get it over with.
Special teams on both sides. This was a special teams record-setting game for both teams. Both teams broke records. What on earth was going on special teams? Do we need a new special teams coach?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
By the way, did Zacchaeus muff another ball? I thought I heard Zacchaeus muffed another ball.
He did.
Why is Zacchaeus back there then if he doesn't have him? I know they replaced him with Eckler. Eckler caught a punt return or whatever, looked better, but that's 3. Am I not mistaken? Zacchaeus in 3 different games has muffed a ball on a punt or a kick return.
Well, you know who I want to they need to go and put Emmanuel Foles back there. He ain't doing nothing.
If he's got better hands and can control the ball, yeah, why not, right?
Yep.
Unbelievable. All right, so I have to tell you, this game wasn't even a nail biter. It was a boring fest for the first half. The second half, both sides went in. I'm sure they both got a butt chewing from the coach. It certainly looked like it offensively, right? Because the defenses were playing on par, pretty much, right? Both of them. They both had good counter game plans to each other's offense, and they stifled each other in the first half, right? It was a defensive battle. And again, a tale of two games, right? They go back in at halftime. Both offenses get their butts chewed. They come out. All of a sudden, offenses are moving the ball, right?
Yep.
And now it's going to come down to a game of mistakes. So Commanders scored first, looked real good on that drive. It was like, wow.
Yep.
There they are. There they are. Where were they? There they are. And then the Cowboys came right back down and did the same thing. It's like, and then mistakes started happening, right?
Yeah, we in the top 10 for drop passes.
Top 10. That is horrifying.
Yeah. The Browns are number one.
I'm going to give 2 weeks of that to Daniels being played when he was injured. No excuses this week because he did not look injured this week.
No, not at all.
But I'm going to give Daniels a little bit of gimme in that for trying. And I think they played him when his ribs were. I honestly do. And that's been all the talk, as you know, if you listen to talk radio here in Washington. That's Daniels is hurt. He's still hurt. He didn't look the same. This week, he looked fine. And when they took the chain off him in the second half.
So, man, you about to play the play? I don't even want to watch this play again. Goodness.
All right, come on. I'm gonna play this. You guys, everyone's got to see this because, you know, it is what it is. And let's see where is it at. All right. Let's watch this. Just watch this horrible play.
It's like they just gave up.
2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. They can kick
Here
this
it comes.
Line drive to Turpin, and it bounces through.
He drops the ball, Shaq. He drops the ball.
Come on, man. Why? Why?
He picks it up with one hand. He picks it up with one hand. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Ready? Here comes the move century. 1, 2, whoop. Look at this. Look at this. 50. Wagner is caught off. No, who's 58?
I don't know.
I don't know who 58 got burned. This guy got burned, and it was all over. Boom. He's gone. Ain't no one stayed in their lane. Ain't no one covered it. And he is
here he goes. Fastest man in the NFL.
And you would have thought that the game was over at that point, but the game was not over at that point.
Yep.
Right? It's like, oh dear Lord, you know, with 2 minutes and 53 seconds, that's it. The game is sealed. We're done, right? But we weren't done, were we?
We weren't done.
So let's talk about that.
I don't know. So this is me personally. Okay, so this one of my things right here, right? So I understand taking the game into overtime. Dan Quinn has been taking risks the whole season. In my mind, I'm like, let's go ahead and put them away. Why have Sensible out there to kick a field goal? Extra point. Let's go ahead and put this game away. 2-point conversion. Let's go ahead and put this game away. Put a little pressure on Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You've been aggressive all year long, been making stupid calls and all this stuff all year long. Why not then? Why not then? Let's go. Jaden Daniels running all over the field. You just had a long, scary Terry pass out there. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not then? Hit Austin Eckler in the back. Do a quarterback, a read option, something. Why not then?
Right? Something.
Yeah. So I don't get it. I don't get it. There was a lot of stuff I just did not get. I didn't get with that. Now, as Cypress usually shoot in kicker, he was leading the league in scoring for a while before he got hurt. So man, when he missed that extra point, I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
You think they pulled him back too early after the quote hip injury?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you right now, because Zanga's house has been playing good, phenomenal. Zanga's house has been playing phenomenal. Like
they read him in to play the game, so you're just wondering if they're trying to bring people in too soon.
Yeah.
So we've all been complaining about how Terry McLaurin's been double teamed. He hasn't been targeted. He got one target. He got 2 targets in the first half. He got a short pass. He was overthrown. He got a short pass in. Nothing happened until this play. You ready for this one?
Oh yeah, that was the play right there.
You gotta see this play because this play was like, this is what we've been waiting for. Where has it been? Right? Where has it been? You can't.
No timeouts. Daniels throws down the
You know,
sideline.
30-yard
Terry
pass.
McLaurin is
And he
loose.
turns on the jet.
Lightning strikes twice in
And
Washington.
look, I have never seen Terry McLaurin run that fast ever. I mean, since he been in the league, even when he was at Ohio, I was like, who is this kid? You know, blah blah blah. Because you know they always say he was short hands, but he's never been known for speed, and I've never seen him run past anybody like the way he did. He knew the game counted. He's like, this is what we need.
He had his feet on fire, didn't he?
Yep,
He knew the game was on the line, and then he had it, and he made a great catch and a solid move, and boom, we are within 1 point with 21 seconds left in the game.
Yep.
I almost thought Dan Quinn was going to go for 2 points and put it away. I really did.
I did too.
Thought he was going to be aggressive because the motivation just flipped right back, right?
Yeah, me too. That's why I say I thought he was going to go for 2.
And I thought a field goal was going to be a sure thing, but
no,
as we know, it weren't. I thought we were going to overtime. I really did.
Yeah.
And you know what? What a great play call that was. That was a great play call.
Yep. And I'm talking about he hit him in stride, and Terry McLaurin did all the rest.
Yep.
I was like, oh, scary, Terry. I was like, oh yeah, man, we about to
that's the longest pass he's ever caught.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
So
because it went 86 yards. Yep.
Oh, so at the end of the day,
zero timeouts, none of that stuff. Terry was like, and you see the sideline erupted when he did that. The sideline, and the Cyber goes out there and misses the damn extra point.
We're not even going to talk about the blown onside kick. Ooh.
Yeah.
They didn't give up. They were trying, right? They didn't give up. So you got to give them credit. But I have to say, Dallas came in with nothing to lose and everything to win. And that's exactly what they did.
I did not.
What they did.
I did not understand the onside kick. I was like,
which
damn,
I was afraid of because that's how it is in NFL. Any given day. That's why we watch, right?
Yeah, yep.
When the team is least expected to win, they do.
And you know what's crazy? There were 2 kickoff returns in this game.
Yeah.
2. There were 2.
Yeah. Is that nuts?
Yeah, technically, because and then they was like, the coach was mad at him because they wanted him to just get. They didn't want Washington to get the ball back. So he said, "Why didn't you just fall down? We could have clocked the game." Dude broke. He's like, "Nah, I'm about to get my 5 minutes of pain." My man grabbed the ball. And he was like, he didn't look back. Head back.
Not at all, man. Not at all.
He said, man, I want my 5 minutes of pain.
I mean, at the end of the day, you could say, yeah, we were in a position to go to OT and take the game with the momentum, right? It was close, but it shouldn't have been.
Shouldn't have been. Not at all.
Shouldn't have been. We should have been 2 touchdowns ahead on that kickoff return.
Well,
we had so many lost opportunities to do what we should have been doing, and I'm not putting it on the team. Actually, I'm calling out Kingsbury. I'm calling out Kingsbury for failing.
You already know how I feel about Dan Quinn. I didn't agree with the hire, so we lose one more game. I'm calling for his head.
Yeah.
So I've been saying
that as we were rolling 9, I'm going to get my 9-game prediction. But now that we're at 7-5, I'm thinking you might be right, Shaq. You might be right because that's what you called 7 games, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, and then I reduced it. I reduced it to 5, but 7 was the original number.
7 was the original number you had. Coach Mike called 8 games, and I called 9.
Yep, I said
this
7 and 10.
Last stretch is not that easy. Our last game of the year is against Dallas, in Dallas, right?
Yep, it's in Dallas. Now, this is what we got left. We got Tennessee, we got the bye week, then we have Atlanta, the Saints, Philly, and Dallas. Somewhere that's all jumbled up in there. I think we had the Saints on around Christmas time.
I'm gonna tell you something. All 3 of those games,
something like that.
All of those games are winnable games by the Commanders if the offense is moving.
Yeah.
The way the defense is playing, there should be no reason we don't. There should be no reason we don't win out.
Since New Orleans has got rid of Dennis Allen, they've been playing good football.
They've been playing better. They've been playing better.
Yeah. So it's
and Atlanta started off hot as nails and has just gone.
Yep.
So,
but
are the games winnable by our team? They should be.
Yep.
They should be. Will they be? I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't know either because this weekend was a winnable game that we should have won.
I think if we lose to the Titans, we're out of the. I think we drop.
We drop. If we lose and Arizona wins, Arizona's going to go to that last seed.
We got to win out this weekend. We got to figure it out. No,
I'm going up to the game. So
I'm going to tip my hat to the Cowboys for a game well played. Good job, guys.
I ain't tipping.
Come back win. I'm really PO'd that it was on the Commanders. You know what? Game well deserved. Game well won. You did what you needed to do to pull a win out. And
I ain't tipping my hat to no Cowboys. No Cowboys fans.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Forget the Cowboys. You know what I really want to say. But forget the Cowboys. I ain't tipping my hat to nothing. I ain't tipping my hat to no Cowboys fans. I ain't shaking your hand. Or y'all can kiss. Y'all can.
I know. But you understand what I'm saying, right? Any given day, our luck. We've been kind of lucky all year.
Yeah.
This day, our luck wasn't on our side.
It was almost there.
It was almost there.
It was almost.
It looked like it was good. I was because I was at work. You're calling me. I'm getting texts from you, Coach Matt and Mike. I'm like, stop calling me. Because I'm getting text. I'm like, in the last 3 minutes, I'm running to the front counter to ring someone. I'm running to the back. I'm like, oh, dear Lord, this is the craziest 3 minutes of football I've seen in a long time. It was exciting. We came up on the short end of the stick. It happened.
David said the Skins should have been up 21-3 at the half.
Yes.
Which is true.
Yes.
Which is true. Good point, David. Yeah, man. So
totally agree.
Yeah, man. But we got to something has to give. Something has to give, right? The play calling, even if they had to shift play calling responsibilities away from Kingsbury, something has to give. Like something has to give. Like if we can't
He's
go
too predictable. He comes out early in the season and everything looks great, right? Yeah. But then teams figure it out and then he doesn't change. We cannot afford
to be losing the garbage teams like the Cowboys. They banged up, hurt. We cannot afford what's going to happen is if we do make the playoffs, we're going to be a one and done team. Because this team is not a good team right now.
The Ravens, I don't mind that loss.
Nope. We should have won this. We should have won the Steelers game.
I don't mind that. I don't mind losing the Steelers. That was a good ball. It's a good club.
Yeah.
I don't mind losing to Philly. It's a good club, right? They're amazing, right? Yep. Those are games where you can look at it and say, going in saying we're the underdog, how do we expect to perform? We perform well, right? Coming into Dallas as banged up, as awful as they are this year,
it's
a
unacceptable.
Home game against Dallas.
It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. And listen to Dan Quinn's response to the game today made me angrier. We gotta look at what we learned and what we didn't. I'm like, Dan Quinn, you need to get your head out of your fourth point of contact, brother.
Yeah, because I told you this before. Y'all have quoted me saying this before. I didn't like the Dan Quinn hire. I've been saying that since the beginning. I didn't like the Dan Quinn. We lose to the Titans, I'm calling for his job. I don't care.
Well, but it's not going to happen because we're still on top of where we were last year. So listen, even if we lose out, everyone's going to say, okay, it's a rebuild. It was a rebuild year and we improved on last year's schedule. Let's go again and improve one more. That's what they're going to say.
Lars Sauce, the thing is with Dan Quinn, if you don't if he don't get it on his first year, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
He
really needs to get a wild card slot.
Yes, his team.
We need to go from 0 to wild card playoff chance, right?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now,
fate, right?
There has been a significant decline in Atlanta. There was a decline after that first year. It was a decline, and in Dallas, DC, there was a decline after the first year. Like, come on, man! Like, no. If we don't get it good from Dan Quinn right now, we're not gonna get it.
Yep. All righty. Well, Shaq, that was a tough loss. That was hard to watch. It was fun, but it was hard.
Man,
I was on the edge of my toes, right? But that was hard to watch.
Screw the Cowboys.
That's how it goes sometimes. You know, that's why we watch football. That's what makes us excited. That's what brings us to the stadium to buy that popcorn and $20 beer. Oh, did you hear the prices are going up?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. Pre-gaming and tailgate. So I'm gonna tell you this right here too. The way Jaden Daniels is playing, that's one of the points I want to bring up today too. The way Jaden Daniels has been playing here of like recently these last 4 games or so.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is passing them up for rookie of the year.
So
offensive rookie of the year. Bo Nix has been balling.
Bo Nix has come out of nowhere, right? So all 4 rookie quarterbacks are actually doing really well. So there's stat makers, right? So Bo Nix is at the bottom. He rose to the top. Before the last game of the night, he was the number 1 favored by the odds makers to get rookie of the year. But now it's a lot closer. It is like 0.06% difference between Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix.
Yep. And what's
never had another good game. Like what?
Yep. And then he the only one. Bruce Bowers. Bowers is having a good year. Malik Neighbors
in the running.
Yeah, Bowers is in it for sure. Malik Neighbors, if he didn't get hurt, he would be killing it. He would have been killing it by that right now.
You'd think, right?
Yep.
So, who do you think's going to win the Dallas Giants game? Let's stay in the division.
Dallas.
You think after this performance?
Yeah, they're going to win. Because no, not because of this performance. Because the Giants don't know what they're doing up there. They just released. They just paid Daniel Jones over $100 million and then released him.
Yeah.
Like that. Like,
where do you think he's going to wind up? He's going to wind up in the division or somewhere else?
No, he's going to wind up somewhere like maybe New England,
like a backup,
Cleveland,
as a backup.
Yeah, as a backup. Maybe San Fran because Brock Purdy's been having injury issues. Carolina.
That was a rough loss by San Francisco last night. Wow. Yeah. The Green Bay's coming on strong. How do you like my Lions?
Oh yeah, they balling out. There's some places for him though.
The Chiefs almost lost yesterday.
Yep.
It was that close again. I was like, what?
Yep.
What? I was pulling for my Panthers.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
But the Panthers is a place that he can find home. Tennessee. There are places for him. There are places for Daniel Jones where he can go and he can actually beat out the starters there.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think, right? I think that's a guy that's been misaligned, and I think in the right scheme with the right OC, he could.
It works. Where you are matters. Look what happened with Geno Smith. He was with all these things now. Look at him in Seattle. The scheme and who your offensive coordinator matters.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I mean,
but by that stroke, Jaden Daniels hadn't done bad. Talking about who's in the top. There's only 3 other QBs in their rookie year that he's running with that have had 2,500 yards passing and 500 yards rushing, and that's Cam Newton. You want to guess who the other one is?
Lamar Jackson.
No, it wasn't Lamar actually.
Was it Michael Vick?
No, it wasn't Michael Vick either, because Michael Vick was a runner. It was. I thought I wrote it down.
Randall Cunningham.
Griffin.
RG3.
RG3.
Oh, yeah. How did I not know that?
He's in the top. He's in that kind of company. So he still has a chance to get rookie of the year. I like to see it.
Offensive rookie of the year for sure. But what's the name? I don't know, man. Bo Nix has been balling out. And he got Denver in the playoff picture right now. He has been balling out.
Crazy from where they started, right?
Yep.
No.
Sean Payton got Bo Nix out there looking like a superstar.
Yep. Who you calling? Titans or Commanders?
I'm gonna go with us, but I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's
you
gonna
do
be.
Not sound positive, Shaq. I'm gonna go with us. That sounds like a Shaq attack. That sounds like a whimper.
I don't have any confidence in this team. No, zero. So it's sometimes at some point as a Redskins Commanders fan, we've been disappointed so much and for so long. It's like there's not an honest expectation for winning. So I'm gonna go with them because I want the Commanders to win. But if Tennessee come in here playing like they did this weekend,
So
Hey.
I'm actually gonna call the Commanders to win the game, but by a skosh, by the skin of their teeth, because I think they're gonna go back to the drawing board, and I think Quinn's gonna do some reassessment. I think he's gonna come out with a slightly different game plan.
Yep.
Let's hope.
David said
It should be a game they could win.
No, David said skins over the Titans. I think this game was a wake up call.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're not about to give the Ravens and the Steelers a run for their money. Give the Eagles a run for their money, and they come out and get beat by the sorry old Cowboys. Come on, man.
Doesn't make sense, right?
Yep.
They're better.
Don't make sense.
We know they're better than that. So, all right, Shaq. Well, it's time to get some Monday Night Football action going on. There's a good game on tonight.
Oh yeah. The Ravens and the Chargers. This is gonna be a great one.
We'll see. It's what? It's the Harbaughs against each other. What a cool thing. What a cool thing, right? If you're a football guy, it's like your brothers are playing against each other as coaches. How cool is that? Who's gonna team and game each other? It's gonna be a great game. So listen, man, I love you, Shaq. Thank you for making it back on your trip from Baltimore to get on time for the show. I apologize for our tech issues tonight, folks. I promise I won't ever do that again because I'm gonna get coached up by the coach when he comes back for next week's show. I'm gonna make him coach me this week so I don't have this problem anymore because now I think we figured it out. I'm gonna write some notes down, but nonetheless, Shaq, you're amazing. Even though this team is not trash, it's not trash. It's just stupid right now.
No, we've already exceeded after the 52-man roster. I said 53-man roster. I said, hey, 5 wins. So they've already exceeded my expectation. But I said 7 wins before.
They just it's like a diamond, man. They got to go through some pressure first, right? To come out shiny on the other end, right? That's what it is. This is the pressure. This is the pressure.
And for a little while, they was looking like a 10-11 win team. Not no more.
Nah, we knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, we may have 1 or 2 more wins left in us. We should get the Cowboys next time.
That'll get us a wild card.
Yeah, so, well, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, Shaq, I love you, man. Thank you all for sitting in and watching. Again, I apologize for the tech issues. That won't happen again, I promise you. And let's go, Commander!
Yeah, peace out. Yeah.
I can't end the stream somehow.
Oh, no.